Roy Moore is running for Senate in Alabama. He's been accused now from 5 different women of, well, way beyond sexual harassment, sexual assault in some of the cases. And 2 of the women were teenagers, 16 and 18. He says, yes, he did know them. He did date them when he was in his mid-30s. And he did kiss them and make out with them when one of them was 16 and he was 32. He says, yes, well, he just likes beautiful young girls. The new person who came out today said he started grabbing at her when she was 15 years old as a waitress and sexually assaulted her in his car when she was 16 and he was in his 30s. So Sean Hannity, of course, has been vigorously defending this alleged child molester. Remember, the one thing Moore denies is the 14-year-old that says that I groped her and I stripped her down to her underwear and I took off all my clothes and tried to get her to touch my crotch. No, that's the one. I mean, I love beautiful little young girls, but that's the one young girl I don't remember. Okay, but Hannity believes him. Even the Republican leadership now says they believe the women. Okay, but Hannity sticking by his man. Here, watch.
And this goes back to what you said. Do people do it for money? Do they do it for political reasons? How come? Is that more common than people would think?
Oh, definitely. I mean, they'll do this for
they will lie to make money.
And
this is where you thread the needle, because there are women that are victims of predators.
Yes, there are. There are.
So hard.
But very few, far between.
How do you know if it's true? How do we, what's true? What's not true? How do you ascertain the truth? What happens when it's 38 years later? And it's a serious topic. Do people lie? Now, we do have 10 commandments. One of the commandments is thou shalt not bear false witness. We know human beings break with regularity the other 9 commandments. Did they break this one?
Women have never been so disappointing. Like, the idea to me that someone comes out, 38 years later, allegedly, and is suddenly remembering how terribly traumatized she was. If she was stood right next to me now, I would be saying to her, that's not good enough. You've taken this many years to remember how upset you used to be. That is not good enough. You are disappointing as a woman.
I'm going to tell you what people are going to say to you, feminists in particular. Are you blaming the victim? Are you doubting the victim? That's what people are going to say.
You know what? Yeah. And immediately when people say, oh my God, you're victim blaming, immediately you're supposed to lie down, quake in your boots, like when people throw the term racist about, at me for no reason. You're supposed to lie down and go, no, of course I'm not victim blaming. Well, guess what? Actually, yes, I am at this point.
Well, good to know. These are the people that Hannity had on again and again, blaming the woman who at the time that she was sexually assaulted was 14 years old. Real class acts. So a number of advertisers are understandably aggrieved that the show they're advertising on is pro-child molesters, seemingly. To be fair to Sean Hannity, he says he doesn't believe that particular charge. He believes that Roy Moore dated 16-year-olds when he was 32 and that's awesome, but not the 14-year-old. He doesn't believe that one, okay? So Realtor.com and Eloquy have dropped out, and so has Keurig, the coffee machine. So then his supporters started going nuts. So there they are. Those are the people who cut advertising from Hannity's TV and radio program. So people started smashing the Keurig machines, and Hannity encouraged it. He says, so funny in regards to a video that was sent. Another one, he says, love it. Okay, so what does he love? Let's have a bit of fun and show you. I'll leave it at conservatives destroying coffee machines.
Wait. Oh boy. Oh.
Hope you're happy, Keurig.
Look what I found. Piece of shit.
Okay. Look, people destroying things is always fun. I get the appeal of it. I liked it in Office Space. Although when you get a guy with like, look at what I found, coming around with a bat, I don't know that I love that one. Okay. Hannity says, deplorable friends, I am buying 500 coffee makers tomorrow to give away. Details on radio and TV. Hint, best videos. Look, my guess is attacking former advertisers is probably not going to lead to a lot of future advertisers. But that's Sean's call, and and I got mixed feelings about going after folks, advertisers, because I want to give them as much leeway as possible to say terrible things so we know what they're about, okay? And those folks, apparently, his viewers think that maybe Moore didn't do it, or maybe as some Alabama Republicans have said, state senators and representatives and other officials in Alabama, they said, oh, what's the big deal? Marion Joseph did it. I mean, it's okay to, and literally about the 14-year-old. Ziegler, one of the guys that we quoted on Friday's show, was like, even if he did it, I don't see the problem. Okay, I thought you guys were family values. If that's your family values, I get it. But at least now we know. So now, let me give you a couple more tweets here. So some people are going to hashtag boycott Keurig. Aren't these the same people that boycotted Starbucks and Netflix? We all know how well that worked out, Sebastian writes. And I'm pretty sure Netflix is still in business, right? Is Netflix still doing well? They're doing okay? Yeah, has anybody seen a Starbucks around the corner at all? Oh, right, around every corner, right, okay. So I love right-wing boycotts. My favorite was they boycotted Disney. You probably didn't notice because no one did. Because they said, oh, Disney treats its gay employees the same way that it treats straight employees. Wow, I hate that. You should treat them worse. They're not the same as us because we're really good. We're superior. And absolutely no one participated in that boycott. Disney stock continued to soar. Their theme parks were not remotely affected. And they went on to take out even more ads in LGBT publications. So the right-wing boycotts never, ever work. And now cutting off your coffee maker to spite your face, my guess is not going to work for Sean Hannity. So smash all the coffee you want, and I guess this is like the right-wing reaction to anything. Me no like, me smash. Let's see how well that goes for Sean Hannity. Tick, 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 until he's out of money. Okay, but at least we know what they mean by family values. If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.